Okay. Hey guys. AJ here. Yo, what's going on? I'm gonna basically leave squad off, and I'm just gonna show you what it's like to play a dolo game. And this, I'm gonna show you basically my setup on how I play and what works for me. This video is gonna be much longer than 5-6 minute video I normally have, so feel free to skim through, especially when I'm loading into the game, and some other things that might not pertain to you. You feel free to skim through that also. But first, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off with my weapon. I did some research and see what's the best weapon in this game, and so far the most powerful weapon in this game now that the game is over, is this right here. Um, this is the most powerful weapon, but this is still my number 2 weapon though. I'm gonna tell you why. Only because when you put on, when you level it up, right, and you put on those explosive rounds. Let me see, which one is it? Yeah, the explosive tip. You can take out the abomination on your own, and it's very powerful, and it can take out a lot of elites. However, you only you see how it says the con, one of the cons is your ammo reserve. Well, basically, like, you only have 49 arrows, so you're good if you're specifically like trying to take out the abomination. But so if I had to do like a Easter egg in a boss fight, I might take this in. But it basically is good for that specific reason. That's the reason why I don't use it. So I just said, okay, that's still going to be like my number 2. So I wanted to figure out what is the number 1 regular weapon in here, and that's when I figured out the best weapon to have is the FJX. It gives you a lot of ammo, and it's very strong, and it's very like powerful. So I took the attachments off to set it up real quick. And the first thing that I like to do is I like to see if a weapon has a kit, and this one does. But after doing some research and my own research myself, I feel like the kit is not as good as just not having a kit. So first thing, I'm gonna just show you how I build it though. The first thing I do is I put on the magazine, and obviously I maxed it out, so I'm gonna just pick the highest magazine. So after I get the magazine out of the way, I go to the barrel. I look to see if it has any ammo damage range, because that's what I like to go for. So anyway, so I see that this one has, like, you can aim down sight a little bit faster, and this one, the recoil would make it shoot better, and that's what I would really care about if I was playing multiplayer. But I'm not. I'm playing zombies, so I have my Deadshot daiquiri for that. So I care. So it doesn't have damage range in the barrel, but what it does have is bullet velocity and range. And in case y'all didn't know what that means, basically, when you shoot a bullet, and I mean, it's probably like the same thing in real life, but is the further it goes out, the weaker it is. And so, but since I have bullet velocity and bullet range, it's gonna hit you just as hard as it is like if you were standing right in front of me. So it's not gonna make it stronger, but it won't fall out if it's shooting you further away, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of important too. But the damage range will just make it stronger further out. So this is not as good, but it's good enough for me. But that's just but so basically that's what I'm going to choose for my barrel. Now for my muzzle, I'm going to look for what I just talked about. Let me see. See, this does have bullet velocity and damage range. Now, the big difference between submachine guns and assault rifles is they're not meant for shooting further out. So, but this is kind of like a hybrid assault rifle and submachine gun. So, but anything that has damage range, I'm going to put it on though, and it has bullet velocity too. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for. So now I got 3 out of the 5 attachments that I want. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look for this right here and see if it has something. And it does. Bullet velocity, bullet range. So now I put something else on here to make my gun shoot further out into strong. And now the very last thing that I look for is I look for the laser, only because the laser, I really try to avoid the laser when I'm playing multiplayer. But when I'm playing zombies, that's one of the things that I love to put on, because The drawback of putting the laser on, your enemy sees you coming, but your enemy is a zombie, so you don't have actual humans coming at you. So usually when I look at this one, I see everything it does, and you have sprint to fire, you have aim down sight. The only drawback is the enemy can see you with the laser, but your enemy is a zombie, like I said, so it's no big deal. So to me, I don't look at that as a con at all. So that's the way I set up my my FJX. But that's how I set up similar weapons to this also. So now I'm gonna equip it. So that's my weapon. Now obviously I'm gonna use decoys, I'm gonna use energy mine. There are certain situations that I do use my Tesla for, and there's some other situations that I use my ether shroud for. But for the most part, I'm going to use energy mine. So let me see. As you can see, my gear, I got my large bag, I got I got my juggernaut just in case I decide I have to take out an abomination. That's my trade-off for doing that. And I got my the highest match you can get. I always have a self-revive. Now let me see. As far as my perks go, as you can see, I tried the different perks that I like over and over again, and this is the setup that I like. You know that I always like. Well, if you didn't know, I always like having what's the one you turn the zombie? Brain rot. I always love brain rot. However, this right here, napalm, makes your gun so much stronger that I had to go with napalm because it makes your gun mad stronger. But at the same time, I did want brain rot too. So as a trade-off, what I do now is I always get elemental pop. And to tell you the truth, I look to see how often I get brain rot through elemental pop, and I get it pretty often enough that I would use my napalm as my main ammo mod. So I gotta have this with me at all times. And I also like having mags of holding. And I tried basically there's 3 different things that can help you on this map. The dog bone. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you real quick. The dog bone. Or you can use the sergeant. The dude will come out and help you. And the last thing is, I don't have the schematic for it, but I actually have the perk for it. That's this right here. Basically, a friendly disciple will come out and help you. But to me, out of both of those options, I still think that the dog is better because the dog would actually pick you up if you go down. And the dog will pick up your teammates if you go down. So to me, like, you might be able to save your self-revive. So I try to keep my dog alive as much as possible. So in return, the dog would actually keep me alive in case I go down. It doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. So anyway, with that being said, obviously I'm gonna have my golden mask and my golden armor plates, and I love having this grenade thing because all of my lethals and tacticals get replenished right away. And let me see, obviously I'm gonna have my scorcher and I'm gonna have my flawless crystal. And sometimes I don't really need this golden mask, to be honest with you, but there are a few occasions that I wish I had my mask and I didn't. I mean, granted, the disposable mask is actually pretty good because it's the better one, but there are a few occasions that I wish I had my golden mask on me. And I like to come in with all my weapons at my disposal in case, so I'm ready for every situation. And then obviously I have my legendary tool. So to me, I had to do a trade-off, and my trade-off was I used to have 2 crystals, one for my scorcher and one for my main gun. So now obviously I have 1 crystal, but I realized that my scorcher, I don't need to have it packed 3. I only really need to have it packed once, and once I have it packed once, then I'm straight. So so I just pack it real quick, the first pack of punch I see, and then after that I'm straight for the rest of the game because I got everything else I need. So now that I got all of this shenanigans out of the way, now I'm gonna actually get into the game. I could split this up in a couple of different videos, but I'm just gonna just put it all in one. And like I said, you can skim through it. Sometimes I do my daily challenge and sometimes I don't. I make sure, and this is the act that I want to complete right here. I never got a chance to finish the last one. I was hoping Luke and Double can do it with me, but anyway, that's what I'm gonna do right. That's what I might do eventually. But anyway, I'm gonna just start the match up now, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I play a regular match. But like I said, right now I'm gonna recommend you fast forward. Skim through the game loading up, because you know the game takes forever to load up. I don't know why, but it does. So right now, if you want, you can jump back into the game after you see me like running around, but that's your choice. But I do think that it should load up faster when I'm not in the squad. But anyway, since this is gonna take a while. This is probably when I take the time to tell you that sometimes when I look at this right here, sometimes I leave all lobbies on, and sometimes I put it as friends only, or people just in my party. A lot of times I do leave lobby on because sometimes I help out randoms. Sometimes I do help out randoms. Like let's say like I'm playing in Act 3 and somebody went down, I might help them out. But yeah, but this is pretty much my setup, and I did it through trial and error, and this is pretty much what works for me. And one of the things that I like about this is I can kind of play a normal game without I can kind of play a normal game, and to me on Black Ops 6 I can't. I can get to all my perks right away on this. I already have my money, I already have my tombstone, so I like the fact that I can just set up like right away, and then after that I'm straight for the rest of the game. On Black Ops 6, it's like, in order for you to be set up right away, you gotta pop a perkaholic if you have them, and you don't even get them that often. And obviously you can see I have my tombstone over there. That's the other thing I like about this. The glitch still works. I think every now and then when I don't see that the bad signal thing on the beach, I think that happens a few times only because basically the game is telling me that I haven't completed it yet. Alright, so now I'm gonna put all of this on real quick. So now this is the part that's gonna suck. Just a little bit though. Basically until I get to my tombstone and I have $5 grand. Where is my tombstone anyway? Alright, so this is the part that's gonna kind of suck because y'all already know that I'm very, very, very good at oh, some money. Yeah, I know that I'm very good at going from one side of the map all the way to the other without even having to fall down not once. I'm very good at that. The only problem is I can't do no double or triple jump until I pop my pack a punch my scorcher. But I had to think about it though. At first I thought like it was a big letdown, But y'all probably don't remember this, but when we first got the Scorcher, like when we first got the Scorcher, it was never no triple jump. You can only jump once at a time. We played whole games like that, and I was alright. Alright. So basically right now, the only thing that I'm doing is going to my tombstone. So if you want to skip this, you can. Because right now I'm not really doing nothing exciting. I'm literally just going to my tombstone and getting my money out my tombstone, and then I'm gonna get my perks. So I have an idea. See that thing right there? I might be able to lever up on it if I time this right. Wait a minute. That did work. Alright. First thing I do is I like to look up here because every now and then it's something pretty good. Sometimes it is. Yep. As you can see. Now, where is it? Okay. I just have a few dollars in here. Just a few. So now that I got that out of the way, let me sure. I hear a helicopter. Let me just check something real quick. I'm going here. Taking a little small detour. I mean, I could just take care of this in a red zone, but I'm gonna take care of this now. Get it out the way. Alright. So now I'm straight. Now I can triple. Now I'm pretty much fine now. I mean, I don't know if it's pad 3 is slightly faster, but once I pack it just one time, I don't really notice that much of a difference. But now I have my mask and I have everything I need, so now I'm completely ready for anything now. Alright, there we go. Now I love the fact that I can just throw decoys whenever I want. Let me just throw another one real quick. So now, wait a minute. What's going on? Oh, because I'm like, wait a minute, I threw a decoy. So nothing should be attacking me right now. Nah, I got everything but the tombstone. Oh, man. Alright. When I'm in the red zone, I like to shoot up in the air all the way until I figure out what I want to do next. So now, I'm going to play a whole game, preferably in the red zone. What I try to do is I try to just stay away from the eliminations, unless I'm in a group of a lot of people. So I'll just go to that one now. Now, before, I'm gonna tell you the truth, it's been kind of hard for me to play in the red zone, but by me having like these decoys, it made it a hell of a lot easier. It don't seem like it's a big deal, but to me it's a big deal. And then when I first realized about the decoys, I was like, man, I could put on anything now, but no. Every 40 seconds I get another one, I'm good. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna throw a decoy right here. So the first few zombies are gonna come at me. Where my dog at? I can tell that wasn't my dog. My dog is attacking something. Where is he? Oh, here he is. Let me throw another decoy. Yeah, I gotta worry about him. He's what kills my dog. My dog still got full health. As long as I got those energy mines behind me, I'm straight. And a lot of times, when I'm at the bottom of the steps, a lot of them don't come behind me until it's like almost over. Now I can throw another decoy. Check to see what I got. I already got all the perks. Alright. So now, before I used to not do these deliver cargoes because for some reason I always like screwed them up. But I just took the time to really learn how to do it. Let me throw a decoy. See? The red zone is not so scary when you got unlimited decoys. But I'm going to show you the route that I take every single time I do one of these. And it works for me every single time. Okay. First thing I do is I go to the right. And I go through the second column right here. Then I stay over here. Stay to the left right here. And I just go right through this corner right here. Then I stay a little bit to the right a little bit. Go to the left. And just go straight. Just try not to go too much to the left because that's when you flip the truck over. And then you just go straight. Just keep going straight. And then it's right here. I literally take the same route every single time. Throw my energy mine down. Check this out. Throw a decoy real quick. Chase after my decoy as I'm jumping in the air. Now, out of one of the reward whips, if I happen to get a flawless or refined crystal, I use that. But if not that, I'm straight. So now, what I'm going to do, okay, I'm going to go to this one. This one's right here. Here we go. Again, throw a decoy. Yep. I don't know why it wasn't working at first. Come on, dog. Don't get too far over there. Come on, doggy. Come on, it's a few more seconds. Okay. Great. Now I got my decoys out. Now a few more seconds now. And I have my energy mine. Come on. Come on, man. Come on, dog. Why you going out here to get jumped? Throw a decoy. So that that's the other thing. When I have Napalm now, I can shoot through his armor much faster. So now, let's see. Let me see something. What else I have here? I really don't like you doing these at all, because when I do these, I have to get rid of my lethal, my tactical. This takes way too long. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna click on this right here, and there's like a 1 out of 3 chance that it's an abomination. If it's an abomination, then I can just simply just cancel it. Let me get this cash. Let me throw another decoy. Yeah, as you can see, it's a mega abomination. So I'm going to just cancel it. It's really that simple. I mean, I think if I really wanted to, I probably could take him out. The only thing is, my dog would get killed. My dog would get killed as he's trying to defend me. So let's see. Don't worry, I'm not gonna hit the ground. I'm not a rookie. I actually was trying to look for a raid weapon stash, but it looks like I'm the only one in the red zone today. This doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. Let's see. I already knew you was coming. Alright, a disciple could be easier or harder than an abomination, but I'm gonna just give it a try, because the problem with these things is they keep getting their energy back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start attacking them, and then first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw a decoy. Okay, so now the zombies are off my back. Where'd he go? Come on. Throw another decoy. Huh, 2 ray guns. See, I can still... See, basically the other reason why I was making this video too was I just wanted to show you that there's ways you can do contracts in the red without a whole team. You just gotta just do it a different way, that's all. Now, raid weapon stash. That's not that difficult. But I ain't gonna lie to you, basically every little thing that I use now makes a big difference. I already know you wasn't my dog. I see you over there. Throw a decoy. Oh yeah, by the way, if you didn't have a dog, if you jump in here, you'd be kind of safe from the zombies. But the only problem is, they're not going to come after you. They're just going to strictly come after your dog. Let me throw a decoy. Where'd he go, man? Well, I finally turned something. See, the other reason why I like having turned before is because whenever I turned the zombie, I felt like my dog wasn't alone. Wherever my dog went, my turned zombie went, and it would back it up so it won't get jumped when I wasn't around. Oh damn, this doesn't happen that often. I ran out of ammo. I don't know where the zombies are, so I threw another decoy. And he's still only at 2 health. You're still a good dog, right? So now, where am I gonna go? Elimination. Sometimes when I know that I'm not doing a contract like this egg or this one, I might just take it and just eliminate it just to get it out of the way. But since I'm happen to be closer to this one, I'm just gonna do this one. And like I said earlier, if it's on the second floor, okay. How do I get to the second floor? Yeah, I can see through the wall, buddy. How do I get to the second floor in here? Okay, as you can see, it's a mimic. So to me, out of the 3 eliminations, this one is the easiest. I'm just gonna wait a second, only because as you can see, my decoy is building up, and I want to go in there with a fresh decoy. Because if I throw a decoy, then that means I can just solely focus on it. Oh man, it's a party already. Oh, this is perfect. Hey, good looking, man.
No problem.
Alright. You need some cash or you good?
I'm good.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Now, as you can see, I'm maxed out. So technically, I could have just triple packed my Scorcher, but I really don't notice that much of a difference at all. So I could just keep on doing contracts, but since I'm already maxed out now, and I don't want the video to be longer than it already is, I'm just gonna just try to come over here. I'll probably just get up out of here. As you can see, the thing is here, so that's good. Now the video is gonna cut off when I do the glitch, but anyway, that's a brief summary of what it's like for me to just play a typical game without nobody. I didn't even know it was a random dude in the... Now, you see, this is one of the reasons why I kind of like playing this Call of Duty, because I came in here dolo, but a random dude just came and helped me out of nowhere, and I offered him some bread, and he said, "No, I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't need nothing." He don't need nothing. But that's the thing. I can choose to talk to somebody or not because of the open worldness of it. Let's see. So now, let me get up out of here. Now, before I used to have to stop at the ammo crate, but don't have to do that because I have unlimited decoys. Okay. And it makes it much easier for me to survive in the red zone when I get all my perks. Three seconds. Okay, 6 seconds. Alright, well, the screen is going to probably black out now during the video, but you see the elimination screen and then you close that.